morning. Todd Maurer live from the Tiernan Center where the North Decatur Chargers getting ready to do battle with the Seton Catholic Cardinals, awaiting the arrival of Matt Morris, who overslept this morning, so everybody's going to have to give Matt a hard time. We are about 1 minute from the start of this game. Chargers, after a 1-1 day yesterday, lost their first game to Northwood, followed with a victory yesterday evening against Centerville. Win or lose, I believe the Chargers play at 3:30 today. It's just a matter of where and who we play. So we should be back on the air at 3:30 today for the second game. Congratulations to the Greensburg Pirates, who won both their games yesterday, are in the Final Four of the winner's side of the bracket. I think they may have the Richmond Red Devils here, so 12:30 or something today here in the Tiernan Center. Looks like maybe we're going to introduce starting lineups here this morning. So Seton Catholic will be the away team in the dark uniforms. We are audio only today. We do have the camera on the scoreboard, but number 5, Tremaine. Number 11, Warner. 15, Harvey. 24, Walker. And 22, Mohanahan. Chargers go with their normal 5 of Muckerhide, Morse, Youngman, Palmer, and Maurer. It'll be Morse versus Harvey. And I see the arrival of Matt Morris. He should have picked a Holiday Inn. I knew it. Just in time. They're waiting on you. You should have picked a Holiday Inn.
Good afternoon, Todd. I made it. There might be some heavy panting here for a minute until I get that thing calmed down.
You know, we was talking yesterday when we were coming in and then going back out. It's a lot easier when you go back out of here because you're going downhill.
Yeah.
It's not a real steep hill, but
everything downhill. All right, opening tip is collected by Seton. Ball's underneath to the left side, kicks out to the wing. I got to get caught up here. An extra pin over there, Todd.
In that bag in the side pocket.
First shot from the wing is rebounded. Three-point attempt no good by Seton. Rebound putback was no good. Back the other way come the Chargers. Kick over to the wing to Youngman. Youngman's going to pull the trigger on a 3 and drains his first bucket of the game.
Good to see that. Jason Brady got hot there in that second half. Chargers shot 10 of 15 in the second half from three-point land yesterday. Good to see Chase continue that. We are in the H&R block first quarter. Just getting started. Chargers up 3-0.
Boy, a big fella camping out in the middle lane gets called for the 3 seconds and a turnover by Seton.
First turnover of the game.
So I don't have to call them Seton the whole time. What's their mascot?
They're the Cardinals.
The Cardinals. Muckerhide over left wing. Drives baseline, finds Brady sitting over on the far side. A cross-court pass back to Youngman. Youngman hoists the three from the 45 degrees, no good. Seton gets the rebound back the other way. Throws down to the block. Morris walls him up. He forces him to kick it out. Drive baseline there by the Cardinals. He kicks back to the big man. The big man's going to take a three-pointer from the wing, rebounded by Morris. Muckerhide clears up the sidelines. Tries to take his guy off the dribble, dribbles back to the center of the court. Now he's going to drive the paint. After the hesitation, he takes it to the cup. Good by Muckerhide.
That was over the 6'8" Harvey. Good job using the left hand and using his body. So
6'8" he is, huh?
Well, that's what he was listed at. So
he looks like it. A drive to the block is off and rebounded by Maurer. Maurer finds Muckerhide on the outlet. Muckerhide kicks it over to Youngman immediately in transition. He pulls the trigger. Good, clean look. No good. Rebounded by the Cardinals. Cardinals go the other way with it. Nobody guards the guy on the wing. He pulls up for an uncontested three. Little fella gets in there and gets a rebound for offensive rebound and put back for the Cardinals.
If you're going to try to keep rebounds, Mason's got two and Brady's got one. And that was their first offensive rebound. So
Mason's got two and Brady's got one. Muckerhide, boy, I don't know that he shuffled his feet.
No.
He jump stops in the paint. He gets called for a travel, but I thought that looked pretty clean.
Chargers' first turnover of the game. Thought maybe he was going to get an and one. Instead, we get the turnover.
Coach Metz is trying to lobby his position over there. Cardinals bring the ball up the floor. Tremont, I guess it is. How do you say that kid's name? Doing the hand.
Tremaine is
Tremaine.
What I was figuring.
They swing it around the horn to the left baseline. He drives baseline. He gets mowed down by Brady's forearm there, and he's going to get called for the reach.
Chargers' first foul. Brady's first.
What kind of record does Seton Catholic have on the season? Were you able to look that up?
No, I wasn't.
I didn't either.
Oh.
Did Brady just get a second one?
I think Cooper's probably going to get called for it, I assume. But
35. Cooper Palmer's called on that one on the drive. Seton will have the ball on the baseline. Retain possession on the inbounds here. Gets it kicked up to the wing. He immediately drives middle to the paint, kicks it from the free throw line to the opposite wing. And now they're right back where they started. Entry pass to the 6'5". Cooper Palmer pushing on him.
Good job.
Gets him driven underneath the bucket. And then in transition, Cooper stops at the free throw line and leads Morris a little too long. Turns the ball over. And I don't know if Morris stopped running, didn't fill the lane, or there's a miscommunication between these two that caused a turnover.
Second turnover of the game for the Chargers. Chargers up 5-2 in the H&R block first quarter.
To the bucket goes number 22. That is Mahan. Kick over to Youngman. Youngman gets a look at it from three-point land on the left wing. It falls short. Seton comes up with the rebound. They get immediately in transition. Push up the floor. Number 11 gets it put in.
Got to get back. That was our downfall yesterday in the second half. So
immediately back the other way, we find Palmer in the corner for a wide open three.
Charger in the barn, Cooper Palmer.
Dribble drive over to the right wing, back to the top of the key. Now he's going to try to get the paint. Muckerhide momentarily knocks it away. Morris just rips it away from him as he dove to the floor. Now Morris down to the block. He's going to go coast to coast with it. And threw one up. Awkward looking shot. Gets knocked to the ground on the blocking foul by the Cardinals. Morris is going to go to the line.
Morris will be at the line for a pair of Big Sky free throws. Seton Catholic comes in at 6-3.
Morris about didn't catch the rim the first time. I think that hit the bottom of the rim first, didn't it?
Did he sleep with you at the Comfort Inn?
No.
You need to go to the Holiday Inn, I told you.
I did not have a Holiday Inn sleep last night. I don't even have my lineup card here this morning. I am just the epitome of organized. Morris' second attempt is good. He gets one of two. North Decatur leads 9-6. Thank you. Over to the left wing. Back to the right wing as they swing it around the horn. The big man, 6'8", sets the ball screen. Now he pops out on the pick and pop, shoots the three. He's not afraid to take that, Todd. That's his second attempt. And then on the rebound, offensive board for number 22, Mahan gets the hoop and the harm. He goes to the line to try to add one.
Chargers' third foul. I'm not sure if Mason or who picked out. Mason picks
up his first. Thought they said Morris, but
yeah, Seton Catholic has wins over Centerville, Hagerstown, Oldenburg, APA, Knightstown, Union County. Losses to Heritage Christian, University, and Northeastern.
Moynihan at the line gets the and one.
First tie of the game, 9-9.
9 apiece. Muckerhide brings it off the ball screen, and Eldridge set. Eldridge rolls to the bucket. Muckerhide finds him, and that comes up empty. Point blank range. It might have gotten tipped. I don't
think the big guy got a hand on it. But
back the other way they come. Top of the key. Ball moving in the overload triangle on the right-hand side. They find a guy loose in the corner. The young fella steps up and hits it. That's Warner.
Seton Catholic with their first lead, 12-9. Like Youngman fell down there on defense. So
called him a young fella, but Warner's a senior, just not very big fella. Initial surge by the Chargers offense gets shoved out of there. Seton's bench likes it, likes the defense so far. Youngman goes to the rack, high off the glass, careens off the front of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Seton Catholic, back the other way. Walker handling the point duties, kicks it over to the right-hand side. That's Moynihan. Moynihan takes a baseline jumper. It's no good. I think Logan Odell might get snubbed with a foul there on a shot.
It was a late call.
Yeah, she called it. It took her a second to process.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
Pronouns.
If it's right, it's right.
First free throw is good.
Who hit it here? Moynihan.
Yep.
It's the first of two.
That's Odell's first, team's fourth. No good. The big guy gets a rebound, and then I think Eldridge is going to get called on a foul. He'll be at the line for two on what is its fifth team foul.
Early. 2:16 left in the first quarter, and we're racking them up. Foul is called on Eldridge, and that's going to put the big fella, Mason Harvey, at the line. 6'8" senior, drains the first.
They're calling it pretty tight on that end, Matt. That's about all I got to say about that.
Not a lot of bumping allowed here. Now we got an over-the-back call on Moynihan as Cooper had position, rooted him out of there, and Moynihan tried to reach over the top of Parmer. It's whistled for the foul. He's got both of their fouls, and he's going to sit down.
Seton Catholic leading 14-9. Muckerhide.
Muckerhide dribbles to the block, kicks back to Youngman over on the wing. Now it's a pick and roll action between Youngman and Muckerhide left side. He finds the middle lane, big jump stop, meets a 6'8", and I don't think he shuffled his feet.
He did not travel.
They got him for another one. Muckerhide's going to have to go back to the drawing board and figure out how to jump stop without traveling in the eyes of these officials.
Of that official. Same one called them both.
Was it? Was it? Well, he doesn't like the jump stop proper. Here's a turnover by Seton and a quick push by Youngman and Eldridge. Eldridge out in front of the 6'8". Guy gets it up to the rim, but it is no good. Rebounded by Seton Catholic.
Situation like that, you either got to convert the basket or get to the line.
I think Eldridge was anticipating a little more contact than he got, and there's a shove off there on the drive. Youngman gets pushed back, no call. This time they get the same baseline. Now he kicks out after he drives under the bucket. We got a wide open look from the wing, and that's a 3.
That kid's too good a shooter to leave open, I can tell you that. I seen it yesterday.
Is that Parker, number 3?
The 3, yep.
3 for 3 with 1:09 left, and Seton Catholic's opened up to 17-19 or 17-9 lead. Muckerhide from the top of the key is going to take his attempt to the three-pointer. It's no good. Rebounded Seton Catholic. Back the other way we go. 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Chargers trail by 8. Tremaine doing all the ball handling, gets all the way down to the block, rebounds his own after the first miss and puts it back up over Eldridge.
Chargers down 10 here early.
Odell on the wings, reverses it over to Youngman. Youngman drives, the paint goes right at the big fella.
Good job of Chase getting to the line here. Just got to convert to Big Sky free throws here.
That foul, that bump was called on the guard that was guarding him. That's a Warner. Youngman with some courage there, went right at the big 6'8" fella, but got bumped on the jump stop by the guy guarding him. He gets this first free throw to roll over the front of the rim.
First Big Sky free throw is good for Chase Youngman.
Maurer and Snell check into the ball game, and it looks like Morris is waiting at the table to check in for Youngman. Got them both.
Brings the Chargers within 8, 11-19. 25.4 to go. H&R block first quarter.
Tremaine with Muckerhide guarding him. Sets the offense from the top. Dribbles over to the right wing with a handoff and a little weave action. They kick it on the reversal, and they find the big man buried deep right underneath the rim after they reverse the ball to the wing. Quick little drive, and Harvey puts it up for 2. Muckerhide back the other way as the horn sounds. No good with the runner in the paint, and that's going to take us to the quarter break. Trailing by 10, 21-11. Chargers at the Bob Wedding Memorial Tournament. We'll be right back. You're listening to Charger Basketball on WTRE.
The wrap-up the year sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the crew at Acres have great deals, incentives, and blowout pricing on all new 2023 vehicles. New 2023 Ram trucks save up to $15,000 off MSRP. And pre-owned vehicles are red tag sale price to move to make room for the new 2024 models. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, or Dan Rubel for the wrap-up the year sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg.
You don't keep their shot chart over there, do you, Todd?
No, I don't. Most of them's been in the paint, other than they did hit, Parker kid hit a 3, I know.
Parker hit a 3, but I'm doing fine statistic work over here. I'm missing 5 points from that board, but whatever, it's theirs. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go down and check with the book at halftime. They'd be happy to give me those stats, wouldn't they?
Yep. We'll be Charger ball here. Start the second half. Chargers go back with Maurer, Muckerhide, Schnell, Odell, and Morris.
Maurer on the wing up to Odell. Reverses it around to Muckerhide from the opposite wings. Now he's got a double screen coming at the ball. Muckerhide calls them both off. Reverses it around to Morris. And we just swing it around the horn here. Back to Muckerhide. Third time around. Muckerhide's going to dribble, drive, kick off to Snell. And a good dump pass by Muckerhide as the defense chased him. Marshall Snell was the recipient of a nice pass. Back the other way they come. over to the left side. Odell trying to keep him out of the paint. Dribble drive, kicks back to the corner. That three is no good. Rebounded by the big fella, Harvey, over the top of Snell. Retains the possession, kicks it out for a three.
There's second chance points again, Matt. We talked about it yesterday.
Tremaine hits the three, back the other way. North Decatur, Muckerhide, dribble drive, goes right at the big fella. The big fella walled him up, but was moving. I think he's going to get called with the body. That is on Harvey. Block is the call.
Caden Muckerhide will be at the line for a pair of Big Sky free throws.
Coach Juergens over there is arguing, hey, it's kind of like the Zach Eady conversation. You know, you can't penalize him because he's big, but I really think that was a good call.
Yep.
He was moving. Muckerhide went right at him, gets the block call. Misses the first, misses them both. Muckerhide's been struggling from the line here in this tournament. That possession was hustled out of bounds by Mason. Morris, he picks up the rebound. Second chance opportunity for the Chargers. We come up empty on that trip altogether. 2 free throws and a field goal attempt. Now Harvey's going to pull up from 26 feet. Drains it. That was deep for the 6'8" fella.
I think Coach Metz told us yesterday, once he got to the volleyball line, you better watch out because he'll pull it.
That's within his
and
range.
It don't take him long to get rid of it either.
Muckerhide's going to dribble drive off of Morris. Ball screen, kicks back to Morris. Now Morris drives, gets the ball knocked away for a moment. That was tipped away.
Oh, it was tipped, lady.
It's tipped away, but he gets called for the double dribble. Interesting. Turnover, North Decatur.
Chargers' 4th turnover.
Come back down the floor comes Walker with the ball. Muckerhide got him to lose it out of bounds. Turnover for the Cardinals.
4th turnover on the Cardinals.
Youngman's going to check back in the game for Odell. So now on the floor for the Chargers, Palmer, Morris, Youngman, Maurer, and Muckerhide. We just started the second quarter here. North Decatur trails by 14. Morris tries to curl off the screen, gets pushed out to the three-point line. They rotate it around the wing, back to Youngman on the weak side from 45. Follows his own, nice job Chase. Chase gets his own rebound, puts it back. Missed on the three, but did a nice job following a shot. Walker to Parker. Parker swings it all the way over to the other side.
I think there's a reason they're leaving him open.
Walker takes a wide open three. Morris comes down with the rebound quickly. The other way is Muckerhide. Muckerhide sees Cooper Palmer floating down the middle of the lane late. That pass ends up going out of bounds under the bank board. Turnover North Decatur.
No need to force it there. Cooper's underneath the bank board. If he catches it, what's he going to do, Matt?
Yeah, he saw him late was the problem, and Cooper was floating, but Muckerhide made a late decision, and that put him in a bad spot. Walker going to throw it away. Boy, we're all sharp here this morning, aren't we? Walker throws it into the backcourt. Seton Hall. Can we call him Seton Hall?
We can. We can call him whatever we want.
Pretty similar, except not. Walker gets a seat on the bench after that turnover. North Decatur gets the ball after the over and back penalty down on their baseline.
The ball should have been a half court, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I think the new rule, regardless, new rule or not, that's still a half court throw in, but we're all learning, Todd. That's why they do these tournaments, right? So they can get better. Little wheel around the high post there with Palmer. Palmer hits the second man through. That's Muckerhide. Muckerhide hits the 15-footer.
Brings the Chargers within 10, 27-17.
Ooh, picked his pocket. Back the other way goes Muckerhide with a clean look at a layup, and he just flat broke down Tremaine on defense and knocked it away, gets a layup out of it.
Seton Catholic's going to call a 30-second timeout. You know, Matt, that's one thing I did notice yesterday is the Seton Catholic doesn't really have what you would consider a exceptional ball handler. When they were playing Indianapolis Southridge, when they picked up their pressure, Seton Catholic struggled with it a little bit. So if Caden can stay out of foul trouble, move his feet, and I think he can give him some fits out there.
Well, Tremaine's been on the floor. I guess he probably started. He's a sophomore. Warner and Walker are seniors. But to your point, regardless of experience, they're not doing a real fine job. What's the turnover count at?
They're at 5, we're at 5.
It feels like more than that. Warner quickly down to the other end, hoisted over to the corner, and a missed three-point attempt by Feist. Back the other way is Muckerhide. Muckerhide finds Morris cutting down the lane, slashing hard, and he lays it up off the glass for 2.
Nice job of Mason going right to the bucket with it. Brings the Chargers within 6.
Now they're working the right side of this defense in the overload triangle. They settle for a 3 from the wing. It doesn't catch anything, but Youngman gets the rebound, finds the trailing Muckerhide. Nobody picks up Muckerhide. He's going to take a wide open 3 from the top of the key.
Charger in the barn brings the Chargers within 3.
3-point lead now as they've eroded all of the deficit and playing good at the defensive end at the moment. Morris now on the senior point guard. Kicks it over to the wing. Youngman picks him up. He's going to dribble to the paint. He picks up his dribble at the free throw line, kicks it back to the wing, and now they fed the post. 6'8" on the block, step back. What do you call that? The step back, knee up in the air.
Knee up in the air.
Just like he's playing with us at this point. Real comfortable down there in the post. Good ball player. Muckerhide dribbles in the middle of the paint, finds Cooper Palmer alone in the corner. He's going to take the wide open 3. It's off the rim. Oh. They get Brady.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, my lands. Maurer gets called for the foul. Is that his? That's his first.
Should be second. He had one the first half reaching.
Yeah, he did, but they got him for 1 on the board. How that works. All right, all 4 of the Cardinals are on one side of the floor here. Now they balance it up, and they kick out the 6'8" fellow over to the corner. He's going to dribble on Palmer. Now back to Youngman's man. That is Walker back on the floor. Now Harvey on the post. Palmer gets him shoved out to an uncomfortable spot. Kicks to the point guard. Point guard goes all the way down past 2 Chargers. Nobody cut over to stop the ball.
Too much reaching, not enough moving your puppies.
Quickly down to the other end, Eldridge to the block, dribble drive, finds Morris cutting to the bucket. Morris gets swatted by 6'8", saves his own to Palmer. Palmer up and under, nice job keeping that possession alive. Palmer, nice little move there.
You got to give some shot fakes to the big guy. He's trying to block it, so.
Get him up in the air,
Yep.
go to the line. If they can get him in foul trouble, that'll change the landscape of this game here pretty quick. Most of the offense goes through him. Oh, Morris dives, leaps for about a 6-foot dive. Pete Rose did out of bounds. Well, you're either going to get the ball or a foul there, one way or another. Five-second count. Good defense by the Chargers and a turnover on the inbounds by the Cardinals.
6 turnover for the Cardinals. Chargers within 5, 31-26.
North Decatur looks like they have better legs today.
Yeah.
Just in general. I feel like they're running better, and you don't normally expect that in day 2 of the tournament, but yesterday they were sluggish. Muckerhide, one-on-one at top of the key. Dumps it off to Eldridge. Good help side defense there by Walker as he came knifing down and knocks the pass away. Turnover North Decatur. Here comes Warner quickly down the other way. Leave Harvey at the top of the key for 27 feet. That's no good off the front of the iron. Rebounded by Morris. Muckerhide pushes up to Eldridge just like that. He's in the paint. Pulls up from a 2-footer. Morris tips it out of Harvey's hands and keeps it alive for the Chargers. North Decatur collects the offensive rebound. Muckerhide now kicks to Youngman on the far side. He's going to hoist the 3, and it's good.
Charger in the barn, Chase Youngman.
Second chance opportunity. North Decatur has done a good job all week. Offensive rebounds and keeping possessions alive.
Brings the Chargers within 2.
2-point basketball game. Now Walker drives. Hands off to Tremaine. Tremaine pulls up from the elbow. It's no good. Rebounded by Muckerhide. He pushes right up the center of the floor. The Euro step up and under. Pretty move, but it was off. And Eldridge is going to get called with a ticky-tack on the rebound. I thought on a ball careening off the rim, everybody has equal rights to it.
Yeah.
Unless you invade his space. That time they were just fighting up top for it. Eldridge gets called for the foul. That's his second. Walker to Tremaine. Harvey trying to work across the paint. Cooper's doing a good job of keeping Harvey pushed off of his ideal spot. Cooper gives up quite a few inches in height, but his lower body is being active. Harvey pulls up for three, settles for a long one. Morris comes up with the rebound, finds Muckerhide in the outlet. He's going to take a wide open free throw. Jumper from 15 foot is good.
Ties it up with 26 seconds to go.
24 seconds and a half. Walker walks it up the floor. This will probably be the last possession of the half. Eldridge on him as he stops, pauses momentarily, goes off a ball screen to the right wing. Youngman switches off, finds Tremaine at the top of the key, back to Walker, looking at Harvey. Again, Cooper's got him pushed out to an uncomfortable spot and causes the turnover. Now Morris with 5 seconds crosses the timeline. He picks it up, he lays it in. Nice job by North Decatur, and they take the lead at the half.
Chargers up 2 after trailing by 14.
Gritty performance in the second quarter by North Decatur. We're going to tabulate some stats, and we'll come back with the halftime show. You're listening to Charger Basketball on WTRE.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buy Right Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buy Right Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
Walters Tire is your Michelin Farm tire dealer. They carry a big selection of ag tires, and farmers, when tire issues bring you to a stop, the Walters service trucks will be out, get it fixed, and get production rolling again. Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And now, through the end of the year, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire, 220 West Main in Greensburg.
JC Bank is now open in Greensburg at 1035 North Lincoln Street, bringing over a century of community banking to you. JC Bank supports local high school sports teams, helping young athletes thrive for stronger communities. They offer top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Whether you need a mortgage or business banking, JC Bank is here for you. Learn more at jcbank.com. JC Bank, the bank for your street, not Wall Street. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, Call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
All right, Todd Meyer back alongside Matt Morris. Chargers leading 33-31 after being down 14 points there. Started that second quarter. Nice flurry to end the second quarter, Matt.
Yeah, they really poured it on in that second quarter. I thought it was defense that created offense. We got out in transition, and we had some nice transition buckets, and we just were smooth in that second quarter altogether, but I felt like it was all created at the defensive end.
Yeah, I agree, and getting the rebound and looking down the floor. So Chargers shoot 8 of 9 inside the arc in the second quarter, 2 of 5 outside the arc, so for 10 of 14 on the field goals. For the half, the Chargers were 9 of 13 inside the arc, 69.2%, 4 of 11 from outside the arc, 36.3%. Total field goals was 13 to 24, 54.1%. So fairly good shooting for the Chargers.
North Decatur shot well, and it was pretty balanced. Muckerhide had a heck of a first half. He's got 11 points at the break. Cooper Palmer with 5. Morris has 5. And Youngman's hit a couple from downtown and a couple free throws, so he's sitting at 10. Marshall Snell grabbed a bucket off of a nice little drop down by Muckerhide. But the 22-point second quarter was what propelled North Decatur out of the depth of that deficit. And nice lead here at halftime with a 2-point lead, 33-31. And I thought they did a pretty good job against a pretty good ball player in that 6'8", Harvey. But really for a guy that's 6'8", he has a hard time establishing position, and really credit Palmer for that defensively. Palmer's not letting him set up where he wants to set up.
Yep, and you can tell just watching him in the last couple of days, he's got some nice moves inside, but he also likes to step outside, not afraid to shoot the three-pointers. So.
And I know we're not keeping his shot chart, but I would say he's attempted more shots from behind the three-point line than he has down in the paint.
Yep, just looking here on Max Preps, and I don't know how up-to-date this is, but he was averaging 22 a game coming in. Mohanahan is 10.3. Malik Walker, number 3, is averaging 6.3. So,
yeah. Well, you've got Harvey held to about 8 points here. He might have 10. I missed a bucket or 2, but underneath half of his average production in the first half, and he's not even warming up. He's sitting over there like he's tired or doesn't feel good or just beat up after that first half.
Yep, good job by good job by Cooper there, forcing him out of, because we've got no answer when he gets 5 feet from the basket.
Yeah, Cooper stands, 6'1"? They got him listed.
I would say that's a stretch, but yeah.
It's a stretch. He's a 6-footer. But Cooper doing a really nice job of using his lower body to root. He's listed at 6'1", but using his lower body to root Harvey off his spot. He has not caught the ball in the paint in a good spot to operate most of that first half, and that's really kind of pushed him out to the three-point arc, which he hasn't been terribly effective at. But like you said, the ball handling for the Cardinals and the defense by the Chargers, the feisty defense by the Chargers here this morning, has created a bunch of opportunities and put them back in this ball game.
Yep. Well, like I said, they're halfway through that second quarter, too. Just watching them yesterday against Indianapolis Shortridge, and then a little bit yesterday morning. I forget who they played in here yesterday morning. A few of them kids want absolutely nothing to do with handling the ball. Forget who was pressing them here yesterday morning, but
Northwood.
No, Seton Catholic, who
Oh.
they were playing when we got here yesterday.
Gotcha.
But whoever was pressing them, and a couple of them kids, when they would get the ball, wouldn't even take a dribble to get it across the 10-second line. I mean, they was looking for somebody to get it to,
Yeah.
So I think if we can pick up our defensive intensity a little bit, and we're not a team that's going to do a lot of pressing, and that goes back to probably having Brady in there a lot of times. He's not going to get up and down the court and be able to press. So we're not a team that's accustomed to doing a lot of pressing, but Muckerhide's quick enough, and Youngman does a good job moving his feet laterally, and with Owen and Mason, we can get after it defensively, and I think if we can get after them defensively a little bit, we can create some havoc for them. They did have 7 turnovers that half. We had 6, and of our 6, 3 or 4 of them was just dumb passes. They got Caden twice on a jump stop travel that
Yeah.
in my mind was questionable. So really, we probably had 4 turnovers because I'm here to tell you if the camera was on, he didn't travel.
Yeah. On both those jump stops, yeah.
Yep.
So, and this is something that, Todd, that you see every week, week in and week out, that the state of Indiana is in a severe deficit of experienced officiating. And I don't, they're all out here giving their time and doing the best they can, but you get different levels. I think tournament this big, it takes a slug of officials to pull this thing off. And generally speaking, there's some pretty good crews, but then you also see some inexperience out here. But the pool is just so shallow.
Yep.
On what we've got, what we draw every night.
Yeah, but you don't want, like I say, you don't want to give them a hard time because they are the ones doing it, and I don't want to put the shirt on. I don't want to put the whistle on. I'm not saying I would never do it, but I've got enough stuff on my plate to want to do it. So,
yeah, well, and yeah, it's a thankless job, and they wear the stripes, and they're not always right. You don't always have to agree with them, but at the same time, you're seeing some folks that haven't put in enough time at the lower levels come out here and do JV and varsity boys, and even at the varsity girls level, you're seeing some inexperience, and it's costing them at times. But I don't know what you do. I mean, you got to have officials officiate the game, and there's not enough of them to go around. So you see a lot of the same faces, and see some young kids that are coming up that you like to see, but they're doing levels that are probably above their pay grade.
Yep. Well, I'd like to thank Stone's Farm Service for being our halftime sponsor. We are ready for second half action. Seton Catholic does have the ball, so have a way, Matt.
They swinging around the horn, out of the gate. Walker back to top the key, finds a guy over in the corner. He's going to take a wide open 3. Moynihan connects, and that's how this one's going to start. They're going to take the lead back by 1. Muckerhide's going to dribble the other way, get things set up on our end for our first possession in the second half. 2 cutters. Muckerhide goes opposite the flow of the stream, finds Parmer back on the other side. Now a ball screen from Parmer. Muckerhide tries to penetrate, kicks back to Morris. Morris swings it back over to Parmer. Nobody is guarding Cooper Parmer. Like, nobody is guarding Cooper Parmer. I believe Harvey's got him. Muckerhide pulls up a contested 3 from straight away. Morris swiped at that ball, might have gotten Walker's eye. He keeps eye patching it as he comes down the floor. Morris in the corner. Walker swings over. Harvey's got it down the corner. Tries to take Parmer on the drive. Maurer comes over to help. Contest it. Gets the rebound. Good fight by Brady. Kicks it out to Muckerhide. We're in transition. 2-on-2. Muckerhide has to pull up. He takes it himself. All the way down. That was Muckerhide versus Seton Catholic there. He connects. Walker dribbles it up here. Got Brady on the point. Brady,
yeah.
There they switch it off. Around they go. Warner kicks it back. Hey, this kid already hit 1. He hits another one. He came out hot.
He's got to get out there and get a hand up.
Moynihan's got his second 3 of the half.
If they're going to switch that, Brady has got to get out there and get his hand up. If he goes around him, you got to have for help side. But
back the other way comes North Decatur. Muckerhide's going to take it down the middle of the paint. Feed Morris at the top of the key. Morris dribble drives, nothing. Now he throws a bad pass to Muckerhide, and that gets knocked away by Walker. Thankfully, it's out of bounds by the Cardinals. North Decatur ball. Moynihan is a junior. Just curious. Those kids showed some poise here in the second half. Inbound to Maurer in the corner. He finds Youngman at the top of the key. He rattles home a 3.
Charger in the barn. Chase Youngman knocks down his third 3 of the day. Chargers regain the lead.
We just anticipating the switch. I'm perplexed by the matchup situation. Because Walker's been playing point. Muckerhide steals it, goes coast to coast, lays it in.
Well, I think they're pretty confident that 24s can't shoot it, won't shoot it. So that's why they got Brady on him.
Just let him sag back.
But they're setting ball screens and then trying to switch it. And then that's how Brady gets stuck out on 22. But
well, here we go. He cocks that thing over to the side, lets a 3 rip, and that is no good. Cooper Parmer fighting for the rebound. Harvey ends up with it. Morris ends up knocking Harvey down on the scrum. Did that go?
No, it was short.
Harvey's fouled on the shot. He's going to shoot 2. Morris tagged for his second foul of the game. Puts the 6'8" senior What is Harvey?
Senior, I believe. Pretty good free throw shooter.
Well, you weren't wrong about he hits the first of two. You weren't wrong about letting 24 shoot. Walker, boy, that shot.
He's about 0 for 5. He shot a couple there in that first half, and I think that's why they got Brady on him. But the first two possessions, they come down and set the ball screen.
Right.
And when they switch that, Brady's got to get out there on 22 or don't switch it. Best thing to do is not switch it because 24 is not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's not. Harvey got them both. They trail by one now. Muckerhide drives deep into the paint, kicks it all the way to the far corner to Palmer. I don't know how he saw him, but Palmer was wide open. He misses the three. Walker dribbles up, kicks to Harvey. Harvey takes another one from 28 feet. It's no good. Muckerhide dribbles to the free throw line, loses his dribble, finds Maurer. Offense stalls out here for a moment. Now we get some movement. Cooper Palmer at the high post. Looking for the curls coming off of him. Muckerhide is the second recipient. He pulls up a nice little 15, 16-footer. No good, left it short. Dribble drive is cut off by Morris over here on the near side. They swing it around, get a wide open three from the wing, and that didn't catch anything. That attempt by Parker brought up nothing but air.
Chargers have a 1-point lead, 40-39, 4:19 to go. Kennelly and Daughter third quarter. You're right, they got absolutely no intention to guard Cooper Palmer, do they?
His man is literally 15 feet away from him. Takes a wide open three and misses it. Palmer follows his own, gets smacked across the face on the rebound. Ball gets knocked out of bounds by the Cardinals. North Decatur retains possession. Muckerhide inbounds to Maurer. Gives it back to Muckerhide as he cuts inbounds immediately. Moore sets a ball screen for him at the top of the key. Now it's just isolation with Muckerhide. Muckerhide picks his dribble up the elbow, finds Palmer. Boy, they're just not going to guard him. They're not going to honor Cooper's shot.
Well, and you got to have Cooper in there to guard Harvey on the other end. Otherwise, you could put Odell in there, you know, and make Harvey come out and guard somebody.
Isolation up top there with the ball screen. Palmer dribbles it all the way in, up and under the big man. Comes up short. What's he got?
Called for travel.
It looked like he had a pivot foot.
Yeah, I don't think he did either.
Now I'm 90 feet away and 20 feet up in the air, but Walker comes down, Maurer guards, hands off to Moynihan, not Moynihan. I'll get these names figured out. Yeah, it was Moynihan. Now what? Off the ball, Harvey's writhing in pain.
They're going to call a foul on Cooper because the kid fell down.
Seton Catholic fans are interesting. Seton Catholic fans are upset. Coach Metz puts his opinion, just says there's no way, and he gets teed up. Now we got a full timeout by Seton Catholic. We'll get this all sorted out, but the foul originally called on North Decatur. Harvey got knocked to the ground, and I don't know what's ailing him, but off the ball, he gets down on the ground writhing in pain. Seton Catholic fans didn't like it.
We're at a full timeout. We'll take a quick break.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable. To record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
Well, there's some contention here on a Friday morning at the Tiernan Center, Todd. A little unrest as both crowds are not pleased with the way this transpired.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Harvey fell to the floor. A late whistle by the official, decides to call foul on Cooper Palmer. PJ says something over, gets a technical foul, so Harvey will be at the line shooting, I assume, the technical foul.
Yeah, it'd have to be because they're under five team fouls.
Yeah.
So Harvey's going to shoot the technicals.
Chargers do hold a 1-point lead at this point.
He's fine now, though.
Yeah.
There he is. There he is. He was rolling around like we amputated his kneecap. But I come in there and hit both of them. I guess he's going to bounce off of that.
They're not in the bonus.
I don't understand that. Why he's still shooting. He's going to get 4 free throws out of this deal. And he gets all 4 of them.
It had to be a flagrant or something. I mean, why else would you shoot 4 free throws?
I don't know. Here we go. Now the intensity's probably going to pick up. Walker having a hard time getting the ball inbounds, and he's got to take a timeout. Good defense by the Chargers. And, boy, watch these Chargers unleash a little intensity here, Todd.
I guess it'll be a 30.
30-second timeout because they had a 5-second count approaching. Walker wisely calls the timeout, but I imagine you're going to see a pretty feisty defense out of the Charger team here for the next 3 minutes of the third quarter. How did he get 4 free throws?
It had to be some kind of flagrant. I don't know.
It was never indicated as flagrant.
Be the only reason you shot.
Well, and see, now the team fouls for North Decatur on the board are at 0. Now you put it back
went
to
up
3.
to 3.
I can't explain it. There's a rule hidden deep in the rule book if it was accurate. Walker to inbound again, gets Parker this time, gets the ball back. Mauer's going to guard him as he brings it up here. They exchange immediately, and Moynihan pulls up from the elbow. That was Warner, no good. Rebound Muckerhide, finds Morris cutting to the bucket, and he knifes immediately, lays it in.
Good job pushing the ball up the floor. Brings the Chargers within 1.
Muckerhide getting right up in Parker's grill. Walker's got it with Mauer guarding him now. He goes over to the right wing. Warner feeds Harvey. Draws a crowd. Now Moynihan from the corner hits a 3. Contested there. Morris was a little late closing out. Moynihan gets his 3rd 3 of the quarter. He's got the hot hand. Muckerhide tries to shake his man off the top of the key. Kicks it over to Youngman on the wing. Now Morris, top of the key to Muckerhide. Muckerhide gets the screen from Morris. Wide open 3, leaves it short. Right off the front of the iron. I told Muck at supper last night, I said, it seems like you just don't have your legs here. Oh, boy, there's a retaliation. Harvey throws a forearm at Cooper Palmer. Palmer bounces off of it, and they get the offensive call. Chargers trail by 4 here. Cooper Palmer, wide open 3 in the corner. That is off. Mauer's going to get called for the shove in the back. He pushed Walker underneath. Didn't have to either. That rebound was probably coming back down to him, a long rebound anyway. That's his 3rd, so Eldridge is going to come in for him. Well, here we go.
Owen needs to put a little pressure on the ball.
I think Owen can give this guy fits.
Yep.
He can't handle the rock. He picks it up on the wing, throws down to Moynihan. What do we got here? Oh, I think they got Harvey on pushing through the lane. Harvey and Palmer are going at it right now. It's physical between those two, and Harvey's got busted with the last 2. Now he's got 3 fouls. They haven't put it on the board yet, but Youngman with the ball on the wing. Kicks over to Morris. Morris looking to drive. Morris is going to go all the way to the cup. Oh, short off the front of the iron. Rebounded momentarily by Seton Catholic, and back the other way they go. Walker's got the ball now, pushing up the sideline in front of the benches. Muckerhide's in front of it. Muckerhide's giving Walker fits. Walker picks his dribble up 30 feet from the bucket. Now Moynihan on the drive. Oh, boy. Chase Youngman comes swiping in. Morris got him to pick up his dribble. And they call that on Morris.
That official was horrible. You can say what you want about not giving him a hard time, Morris, but
yeah,
horrible is horrible. I don't care what job you're doing. Horrible is horrible.
Tough call there. Morris picks up his 3rd. Minute 23 left in the third quarter. Moynihan way short on the free throw. This one, if they're not careful, this one's going to get out of hand. Moynihan gets his second of two. Muckerhide breaks down Walker, goes right around him, right at Harvey. Harvey throws it back. Denied by Harvey at the rim. Walker comes up with it. Here comes Cooper Palmer diving at the loose ball. Now Muckerhide. Boy, how's that a jump ball? It's not simultaneous possession. Muckerhide dives on the scrum, comes up with the ball. They call jump ball. It's going to be North Decatur basketball. That's another thing this season I've seen all season long. Anytime there's a scrum on the floor, is a jump ball.
Jump ball don't matter.
Really, if they were more astute, they just start calling more fouls of people diving on piles. But it is what it is. Palmer catches one in the face, maybe by Walker, as he huddles down at the elbow with the basketball high post.
And now they got guest fouls at 2. Well, there's no way that's right on the board.
And I think the official. Well, I think their coach just got kicked out of the game.
How do you get kicked out of the game and not even get a technical foul?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't know what's happening. But the official, maybe they got the fan coming down here, the stands. He must have been sitting right behind Coach. Now they're going to have an unruly fan removed from the game.
I was going to say, how do you kick a coach out of the game and don't even team up?
Well, he pointed right at him, but he must have been sitting right behind him.
Well, the coach started walking out.
Yeah, he did. Well, coach thought he was in. Maybe he was guilty. Ooh, boy.
I still say they got to have more than 2 team fouls, Morse.
Yeah, they should. Well, those folks that bought a ticket here today getting their money's worth. Muckerhide on the curl, dribbles in the middle of the point, kicks back to Youngman at the top of the key. Youngman misses off the front end, rebounded by Morris, kick to Muckerhide. Muckerhide is short badly, and Cooper Palmer's going to get busted for rooting Harvey on that rebound. Seton Catholic fans like that call.
Of course, they're in the bonus somehow.
And now they're in the bonus. Cooper picks up his third foul. Puts Harvey at the line. I don't have Harvey for a missed free throw yet. He's been there 7 times. There's 8 for 8. He has 8 free throws this quarter alone. 49 seconds left, and they lead by 6. Gets his second attempt here on the bonus. And he's 9 for 9 this quarter. Muckerhide pushes. Oh boy, picked up his dribble at an inopportune moment. Pitches to Cooper, back. Drive on drive here as they exchange amongst the guards. Palmer sets a ball screen. Muckerhide isolation. Morris tries to drive. Took an awkward step. Don't think he traveled. Muckerhide's got it at the elbow, one-on-one. Kicks over to Eldridge. 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Muckerhide cannot get a clean look here. 20 seconds go, and Eldridge splits the defenders and goes right around Harvey for a bucket.
Harvey is absolutely not guarding anybody.
Yeah, even when it comes to him. Eldridge gets his first bucket of the game on a nice move. Nice contest by Cooper and Morris on Harvey. He takes a tough shot over the top of him. Time expires. Muckerhide gets a look from 7 feet. It doesn't fall, but we trail by 5 going into the fourth. You're listening to Charger Basketball on WTRE.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buyride Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buyride Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buyride Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
All right, back here at the Tiernan Center. Chargers trailing by 5, 44-49. as we get ready to start the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter and what turned out to be a, would you say, rough third quarter?
Say again?
Would you say that was a rough third quarter?
It was physical. It was physical. A little chippy. It'll be interesting to see what happens here because in a 5-point ball game, this is going to be contested. And, you know, the Chargers woke up fired up here. They've got legs underneath them, and they're fighting hard. Both groups of fans are a little spirited here this morning, so we'll see how this goes. Eldridge is going to get pressure immediately, and they trap, and they get a steal.
Turnover.
Muckride gets a steal on Walker, back over to Eldridge off the trap, and Eldridge scores! Hoop in the harm. He's got an and one, and that was an aggressive opening defensive set for the Chargers. That trap came, and Walker's not going to handle that very well.
I know yesterday he had quite a few turnovers when Southbridge really put the pressure on him to the point where they actually set him on the bench for a while, and he's their primary ball handler. So Big Sky free throw for Owen Eldridge is good.
Gets them both. Eldridge is
brings the Chargers within 2, and here's the full court press.
So what they're going to do is they're going to bait Walker into a clean look, and then we're going to jump the trap when it gets close if we get the opportunity. And here they're going to call Eldridge for riding him. That's going to be Owen's third, I believe. Down into Moynihan, trying to find Harvey. Sorry, now Moynihan's got it at the top.
There's
there.
another. Oh.
Muckride has it. He traveled. Muckride knocked it away from Walker. Boy, Muckride's giving Walker everything he wants. No, no, no.
That is absolutely horrible.
Mason.
I'm telling you, it's that same official.
Mason dove at the loose ball. Walker lands on top of Mason. Mason gets called for the foul.
He is horrible. Some people just ain't cut out for that job, Matt. I don't care. You can say what you want.
Yep. Morris, that was his fourth. And 3 Chargers with 3 fouls, Morris with 4, and some of them have been of the inexpensive variety. Eldridge now on Walker. Pressure is at 100% here for North Decatur. The 3 is taken from the wing. Boy, Harvey is ripping all over. That is just a good block out by Cooper Palmer. Cooper Palmer muscled him out of there, and they wanted the foul, but that should have been a foul on Harvey. Grabbing a hold of Cooper.
He had a hold of his shoulders.
Ripping Cooper back out of there. Good position, Coop. Keep up the fight, young man. Eldridge spins to the middle of the paint. No good. Jump ball. No, we're going to get called for the foul. Eldridge and Harvey came down with that rebound at the same time. Eldridge gets ticked with the foul. That is his 4th.
Well, what's going to happen, though, we're going to get them in the bonus, and I think they're too good a free throw shooting team to get them in the bonus there.
Well, we said it was going to be physical. Every bit of it. Eldridge now on Walker. He's got 4 fouls. He's got to be careful. Over to Harvey in the corner. Harvey finds Moynihan. Eldridge bellies him up, walls him up. No good on the initial take. Moynihan tries to recover, hit the line, and that's out of bounds on Moynihan. And now Moynihan gets teed up. He got shoved pretty deep under there. He didn't like it. He had an opinion, and she didn't like it. Technical foul called on Moynihan. That's going to be his, no, that was out of bounds. I was going to say that was going to be his 3rd and 4th foul, but that technical foul is just going to be his 3rd. Well, they did give him, they got 4 on the board, but Muckerhide misses the first of the technical free throws. Second one on the way, it's good.
Should be Charger ball, down 1, 48-49.
I think we got that headset on you, Todd. You might be the second one removed from this game if you had the freedom to say what you want right now.
Good thing I'm sitting up high, Matt.
Muckerhide off the ball screen by Palmer, goes right at Harvey, shot fakes it, gets it up to the rim, shoots over the 6'8" fella. Littlest guy on the court scores over the biggest there. Good strong.
Chargers take the lead, 50-49.
Strong move by Muckerhide now. Eldridge on the ball with Walker. Trying not to pick up his 5th. Walker backs up, pushes off. Eldridge gives space. Oh,
man,
bull.
you got an official right here that sees it, and that horrible official down underneath there is the one that thinks he's got to blow his whistle.
That's going to be 5 on Eldridge. Eldridge did a really good job defensively there for the entirety of that possession, including giving ground all the way to the rim. He's going to foul out of the game. That's going to bring Maurer into the game. Walker's standing at the line here. We'll see if this translates to his free throw shooting. He can actually hit a free throw.
That ties it up, 50 apiece.
Walker, second attempt on the way. It is no good. Rebound to Muckerhide. Muckerhide pushes right down the paint, right around Walker, to the rack, over the big man. Tough move by Caden Muckerhide.
Chargers up 2, 52-50, 6 minutes to go. Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter.
Walker brings the ball up the floor. Maurer on him. Cooper, Palmer down, rooting against Harvey. Harvey's going to be worn out here. He doesn't like this resistance provided by Cooper. Now weak side help here by Maurer, and Cooper didn't have to do that.
I think they'll probably get Brady on it. Brady's took a swipe at the ball.
Yeah, he did. They got Brady on it. I don't know, though.
Yeah.
Cooper was fronting him. Brady comes over with weak side help. Somehow Brady picks up that foul. I thought, if anything, it was going to be Cooper leaning into him on the backside. Now, that is Brady Maurer's 4th foul. So we have 4 Chargers with 4 fouls. Maurer, Morris, and Eldridge. Eldridge is out. He has 5. Harvey gets the first. Still hasn't missed. He's a free throw machine. Gets them both. Ties the thing up at 52. Now Muckerhide finds a seam, dumps it off to Cooper. Nice pass and score by Palmer. Great pass by Muckerhide on the penetration. Harvey contests, gets the foul. Cooper puts it in.
I think they gave a foul to maybe number 3.
They did give it to Parker.
They might all go to church at Seton Catholic.
All right, so Palmer gets the 3-point play there. North Decatur takes a 3-point lead. Over to the wing. Warner dribbles to the baseline, gets trapped, kicks out to Harvey. Harvey, Cooper on him. Harvey dribbles to the elbow, finds the guy down on the block. That's Tremaine. He hits it off the dump pass down from the 6'8" point guard, who hasn't found any space underneath, but he's more comfortable out front. Palmer sets a ball screen for Muckerhide. He dribbles the left elbow, kicks to Logan Odell in the corner, hiding away. Logan doesn't catch any iron. Empty trip there for the Chargers. Harvey is going to pull up from 27 feet and drain it from dead straight away. I don't know what you do about that.
Yep. Put Seton Catholic up 2.
2-point basketball game, 4.5 remain. Muckerhide dribbles baseline. He gets stopped by Walker. Bails out by Cooper. Cooper fighting against the big man. What?
Coach called a 3-second call from the bench.
Wowee. When he blew the whistle, I don't think he knew what he was going to call. He ends up calling a 3-second call on Cooper Palmer. Turnover, North Decatur. Youngman on the ball now. Tremaine gets it stolen away from him. Muckerhide and Youngman give him all he wants. Morris follows the missed shot by Muckerhide. Still going up with it. Morris gets a second rebound up and in.
Tie ball game, 57-57.
4 minutes left. Hard to tell who's going to come up with this one at the end, but boy, ticky-tack foul on the double team up top. Walker.
He is horrible, absolutely horrible.
Muckerhide gets the foul. Where's he? That's only Muck's first. Puts Walker at the line. All right, so he gets the first of 2. All of average Bridges works out here. He's going to miss this one, Todd. And he did.
Good call, Matt.
Odell rebounds the long rebound over to the baseline and gives it to Muckerhide. Muckerhide dribbles up on Walker, finds Odell on the wing, back to Morris. Morris hits Youngman wide open, top of the key. Didn't come up with it.
No good.
Hard off the back iron. Long rebound into the hands of Tremaine. Tremaine dribble drives on Morris. Morris gets him to pick up the ball at the elbow. They kick it up to Warner. Warner dribble drives and knocked away by Odell, and Odell can't believe it. He thought he had a clean strip.
And it's the same old guy.
He sees ghosts, doesn't he?
We know he's here.
Odell picks up the foul, puts Warner at the line. And this is the first
short.
You know what to say, Todd. Ball tells all.
Yep.
Well, you bet Warner misses them both here on the phantom foul. No, I got the second. Got the second. Seton Catholic up by 2, 3:36 to go. Odell checks out of the game. We put Parmer back in, is that right?
Brady come in.
Brady come in. Boy, nobody's guarding you, Coop. Hit the 15-footer. They will not honor Cooper's shot whatsoever. Muckerhide dribbles the lane, gets a reach on Warner. Nope. Who's that kid? Stanley. Stanley snuck into the ball game.
Their fourth team foul, so next one the Chargers will be shooting.
Inbound to Maurer. Chase
Youngman for a
from
deep three, no good.
Off the side of the iron. Stanley now with Maurer on him. I don't know. Stanley kid's first time in the ball game for this kid with 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Stanley drives baseline on Maurer. Walled up by Cooper, throws up a circus shot. Pulled down by Harvey momentarily. Now he's double teamed. And a timeout without the ball. That ball was getting pinged around there, but somehow Seton Catholic gets the timeout. You have to have a possession and call timeout, Todd.
Not anymore, you don't. I think they got to go back to making the kids call the timeout. There's too much of the coaches calling the timeouts, and half the time nobody's got possession of the ball. I think it's got to go back to a kid calling the timeout. But anyway, we got a full timeout here, so we will pay some bills.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
All right, back here at the Tiernan Center, Richmond, Indiana. Chargers trailing by 2 to Seton Catholic. 57-59, 2:52 to go in the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. What has been a rough second half. I would say Seton Catholic's probably got 3/4 of their points from the line in the second half, Matt.
At least half. They've hit 4 threes, but they've also got about 14 free throws. All right. Cooper trying to establish position. And Harvey, they had a long discussion about those two starting this quarter. Inbound is up to Moynihan. Moynihan misses the bunny, loose ball. Youngman ends up with it. Timeout, North Decatur. PJ gets a timeout in there, that loose ball, to make sure we retain possession.
Natton's going to be full as well, so we'll get another quick commercial.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
All right, back here at the Tiernan Center, Richmond, Indiana. Matt Morris and Todd Maurer. Chargers trailing 57-59, 2:46 to go. Napoleon State Bank, fourth quarter. Chargers have Muckerhide, Youngman, Morris, Parmer, and Maurer. Will be Charger ball.
So Maurer and Morris have 4 fouls. Everybody else is good. Parmer's got 3. Charger basketball, trailing by 2, 2:46 to go in the fourth. Muckride's going to bring it up. Need a bucket here, Todd.
Yep.
Parmer at the elbow. Sets the ball screen for Muck. Muck goes right at Harvey. Harvey's going to pick up a foul. Good job by Muck taking it right to him, and I think that's his 4th.
I wouldn't guarantee it'll have 4 on the board when they show it, Matt.
Muckride's going to stand at the line to shoot the 2 bonus shots.
His 3rd on the board.
Muckerhide gets 1 of 2. The first of 2. Odell checks into the ball game for Maurer.
Muck will shoot the second Big Sky free throw. Somebody needs to tell somebody there's somebody behind him. Muck knocks them both down. Tie ball game.
Tie ball game, 2:36 to go. Full court pressure here from North Decatur. Muckerhide's going to be on the point. Walker inbound. They give it into Moynihan deep in the corner. Now it's just going to be Muckerhide and Walker as they go up the floor here. Here comes Youngman to chase on the trap. He traveled. And they get another trap over at the timeline. Now it's just Walker and Muckerhide. Mano-a-mano at the top of the key. Backdoor cut. And no good. Rebounded by Youngman. That attempt by Parker was a decent look. It was contested. North Decatur gets the ball. Tie ball game here. 2:12 to go. Muckerhide burning some time at the top of the key. Walker is on it. Well, Walker does not want to step out here in guard 5. This 5 will go right around him, and Harvey's got 4 fouls.
3 fouls.
Yeah, well, that's right.
He's got 4, but
officially he's got 3. Muckerhide goes right around him, finds Odell over on the wing, and that shot is short. Rebounded by Walker. Good look there, but couldn't get it to fall. Now Youngman on Walker at the top of the key.
Need to stop right here.
Hand off to Parker. Parker swings it over to Warner. Now Walker again, deep in the corner, 3 on the way. It is no good, rebounded. That shot missed by Parker, rebounded by Odell, given to Muckerhide. Muckerhide jogs it up, and we'll call a timeout for the substitution.
Yeah, I'm holding this for the last shot, Matt. They're not going to come out and pressure you because they cannot guard Caden out there. So,
yep.
It's going to be a full timeout. We'll pay another bill and be back for the final minute 24.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buyride Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buyride Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buyride Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
Todd Maurer back alongside Matt Morris at the Tiernan Center, where the Chargers are deadlocked 59-59 with the Seton Catholic Cardinals. Minute 24 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Like Todd said, North Decatur took this timeout, and likely best case scenario, you hold for the last shot. I mean, I don't know that Seton Catholic can maintain ball pressure long enough without getting beat to the bucket. And they got the young kid. Well, no, he's a senior, Stanley.
He asked the coach for one to foul. Surely they're not going to foul.
All right, and that's exactly what North Decatur is going to do here is they spread it. And Harvey will not come out here and guard Parmer. He inches out to the three-point line. Now they switch so that Moynihan can guard Parmer out there. Muckerhide trying to get around Stanley, picks up his dribble on the block, swings it all the way back over to Maurer. Maurer to Parmer in the corner. North Decatur takes the timeout. Just talk it over. 57 seconds left. They burnt 27 seconds off the clock there.
This will be a 30. We'll keep it right here.
Well, It's going to be an exciting finish to this one, Todd.
Yep. You know, if they can spread the floor like that and make Harvey come out, you know, Caden can get to the bucket anytime he wants to get to the bucket.
Right.
The problem has been Harvey's been standing there waiting on him.
Yep. And at this point in the game, too, Harvey's not going to, well, he doesn't have 4 fouls. He got 3 fouls. Harvey becomes the presence at the backboard that becomes the problem. Muckerhide scored over him a couple times, though. Winner this game, well, either way, we win or lose this game. We play at 3:30 this afternoon. Winner plays here in the Tarrant Center. Loser plays over in the Dennis Center. Under the bucket, Muckerhide to inbound. Looks for a cutter, finds Youngman. Back to Muckerhide. He dribbles at the top of the key. There's 54 seconds to go. Kicks over to Palmer. Palmer's got a dribble to get away from pressure. The Cardinals crank up the heat here. Stanley on Muckerhide. Muckerhide goes to the rack. He kicks it back to Palmer. Now he goes back and gets the ball from Palmer. Top of the key, right where we started. Stanley on Muckerhide. Muckerhide goes around him. Floater in the middle lane, and he gets fouled on the shot. Couldn't get the shot to go. Left it short off the front of the iron, but he's going to stand at the line here with a tie ball game and 35 seconds to go.
Caden got a good shot there, but I'm not sure I take that shot, Matt.
Well, and more importantly, when you took it. Came pretty early. That left a pretty good chunk of time left on the clock, and Muckerhide misses the front end of this deal. Come on, Caden, put this one down. Tie ball game, 35 seconds to go. Odell checks into the ball game for Maurer. They've got 35 seconds to work with here. We need to at least get a bucket out, or get 1 point out of this. Missed them both. Wowee. Morris had position, backed Harvey out. Harvey gets the foul on, or the foul called on Morris. That's it for Morris. What do you have to do? He just had position, backs him out of there. Harvey gets the rebound. Now he's at the line. Huh.
I still go back to, you just don't shoot that shot.
Yeah, timing of that shot was a little early. Harvey hasn't missed here. That one he used every inch of the rim.
Chargers down 1, 60-59, 34.9 seconds to go.
Plenty of time left. Harvey uses all of the rim on both of them, gets them both. Now they got a 2-point lead. North Decatur's got the ball with 34 seconds. Muckerhide brings it across the timeline, immediately down to the free throw line. 27 seconds to go. Dribbles around his man at will here. He goes all the way under the backboard, kicks it back to Maurer, back to Muckerhide. Now Muckerhide on the wing, loses the handle momentarily. Now he's lost his dribble. Timeout North Decatur. 17.9 seconds left to go. They're going to draw up their final shot. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Charger Basketball on WTRE.
The Wrap Up the Year sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the crew at Acres have great deals, incentives, and blowout pricing on all new 2023 vehicles. New 2023 Ram trucks save up to $15,000 off MSRP. And pre-owned vehicles are red tag sale price to move to make room for the new 2024 models. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, or Dan Rubel for the Wrap Up the Year sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg.
The Chargers trail by 2 here, 17.9 to go. Well,
they got a timeout. They're drawing something up here, and it all comes down to this possession. You think they'll pull the trigger on 3 for the win, or just try to get something knife into the bucket?
I'd say you take whatever you can get, but overtime don't sound too enticing to me. We already got Eldridge and Morris on the bench with 5 fouls. Brady's got 4.
Youngman to inbound from the side in front of our bench, throws it into the backcourt to Muckerhide. Muckerhide dribbles across the timeline with 14 seconds left on the clock, gets a ball screen from Cooper. Now he's got a man in front of him. Stanley, we find Youngman rolling off of the pick and no good. Had a wide open look for 3 to win the ball game, and it did not fall. Harvey ends up with the rebound. He gets fouled. He's automatic at the line here. He is 13 for 13 on the game. He's got 2 attempts here with a 2-point lead. Now would be a good time to miss your first. And he hits his first one. 14 of 14. He has 24 points, and 14 of those have come from the line. Here's the second attempt with a 3-point lead. Gets them both. 2 seconds, 1 second. Muckerhide pulls up from 3. It rattles out, and that's going to be the end of the ball game. North Decatur falls by 4 in a heavily contested game at the Tiernan Center. We'll be right back with some post-game stats. Here, listen to Charger Basketball on WTRE.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buy Right Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buy Right Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
Walters Tire is your Michelin Farm tire dealer. They carry a big selection of ag tires, and farmers, when tire issues bring you to a stop, the Walters service trucks will be out, get it fixed, and get production rolling again. Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And now, through the end of the year, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire, 220 West Main in Greensburg.
JC Bank is now open in Greensburg at 1035 North Lincoln Street, bringing over a century of community banking to you. JC Bank supports local high school sports teams, helping young athletes thrive for stronger communities. They offer top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Whether you need a mortgage or business banking, JC Bank is here for you. Learn more at jcbank.com. JC Bank, the bank for your street, not Wall Street. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
All right, back here at the Tiernan Center where the Chargers fall by 4 to Seton Catholic Cardinals. Matt, you got Charger scoring?
Yeah, I do. Muckerhide leads the Chargers with 22 points. Youngman had 13. Morris with 9, Palmer with 8, Eldridge 5, and Snell with 2. I believe they had 57 total. Was 57-61 was the final?
57-61, yep.
57-61 the total. Harvey led all scorers with 24 points for Seton Catholic. Rebounding was knotted up. It was 28-28 on the rebounds and 8 offensive, 20 defensive for both teams, ironically enough. So those statistics very, very close.
Shooting for the Chargers, they were 5 of 21 for the game behind the arc, 1 of 10 in the second half. Kind of just the opposite of yesterday's outcome. So shoot 24% from behind the arc, do shoot 56% inside the arc for a total of 43% overall. Like I said, just struggled a little bit there in the second half, only hitting 1 3-pointer. So all in all, rough day shooting.
Rough day at the office all the way around. physical contest. You don't fault the Chargers' effort in that one whatsoever. In fact, like I said earlier, I really felt that's the freshest legs they look like they've had here in Richmond. Fight it wire to wire against a pretty good 6'8" senior underneath the bucket, and I thought we defended him really well, forced him out of his game. He still ends up with 22 because he hits 14 from the line. But nonetheless, you know, just a few things bounce a little different in that game, and we win that 6-7 times out of 10. But victim of some tough foul calls, some tough calls throughout the course of that game, and a game that almost got away from that officiating crew, as both teams were pretty fired up here this morning. I don't know what they had in their Wheaties, but it pushes North Decatur into a 3:30 game over in the Dennis Center here to wrap up this tournament. And I don't know who we'd be potentially facing. I don't have that side of the bracket. But final thoughts, Don?
Well, like I say, rough game. Mason and Owen foul out. Brady ends up with 4. Just the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield.
Yeah, I say sometimes you're the dog and sometimes you're the hydrant, and it felt like a hydrant game for us.
Yep. So
is what it is. Good showing here by North Decatur, and they're learning a lot here in this tournament. They're gaining the much-needed experience they needed to go back home and finish out the second half of their season, and I don't think it's time wasted here in Richmond this weekend. We got one more to go. Well, we're guaranteed 4. We're going to play them.
Yep.
So we'll bring you coverage at 3:30, and till then, I guess we can sign off. I'm Matt Morris on behalf of Todd Maurer. Thanks for listening, everybody. See you this afternoon.